tight there, yeah. So if you have any questions as we go along, please just type your questions into the chat box, and my beautiful assistant just off camera will read out your questions and I will do my best to answer. And it could be about anything to do with bridal hair or hairstyling. So it might be about advertising or working with your clients or tonight's hairstyle. So please feel free, ask your questions. I am here to help. Let's get started. So I've already done a little bit of hair prep on this practice head. Now we do have a full version of this style on our e-learning site. It's actually just about to go live. It's all been edited and it's waiting to be uploaded onto the site. So if you're one of our fabulous online students, you'll be able to see me create this half up style and do all the hair prep step by step. But I've kind of jumped a few of those steps tonight just for the YouTube, for our live YouTube tutorial, because it can, otherwise it's kind of takes a bit too long. Let me get started and tell you what I've done. So our hair prep for this style, I haven't crimped the hair tonight, but I have blow dried some texture and some volume into the hair. So I sprayed the hair. I used a little bit of the Urban Sea Salt texture spray through the hair. If I'd have been working on a client, I probably would also use some mousse at the root to give a little bit of extra volume and root lift, and also to get that texture in the hair. But you'll find if you're working on a practice head like I am during lockdown, then you probably won't need to use the mousse on the hair because you'll get enough. The hair tends to be a little bit coarser when we're working on our practice heads, so you probably won't need to use the mousse. So we've got a little bit of hair prep done, bit of texture in there. And to create this lovely kind of half up style, first of all, I've just taken a little bit of hair here at the side and created a little twist and secured everything at the back. And now I'm going to pick up the hair on the other side. So it's not easy when we create these styles on our YouTube with our live videos to show you all the detail close up, because we can't kind of zoom in and out with the webinar camera. But as I say, we do have these styles available on our e-learning course. So if you would like to get more information, if you're a bridal hairstylist and you want to kind of improve your hairstyling skills, or maybe even start a new career, then I would definitely recommend having a look at our e-learning site to see if it's for you. Because you will, as I say, we do have a little bit more detail there. But here we go. I've created a little twist in the hair. So I've got one twist here. Now you could create another twist and pull it out and loosen it and secure, but I actually don't want too much detail in this style. So I'm just going to do a kind of almost like a couple of twists in the hair, but not very much. And as I work my way back, I'm going to just pop a little prop in the hair here, just to help it hold in place, and then just loosen just a little bit. Now you might find when you're working with a client, if you're using these little props and you want them to stay in place afterwards, then you can always pop a little bobby pin underneath. Then you can prop the hair up and pop that little prop just behind the bobby pin, and you'll find it will actually hold that hair in position while you work your way round the back. So it's actually quite a kind of quick style. Once you've done the hair prep, let me just get a bobby pin here. So once you've done the hair prep for this style, and I might pop another prop in here. That's better. Just so you can kind of see the shape that you're achieving. And you can loosen at the side here, but before I loosen, I'm going to just pop a bobby pin. Now I'm just working with a camera. I'm working with a mirror just off camera here. So I'm just going to lean forward just so I can see what I'm doing here. Pop that bobby pin up and under. Now, when you're working with your clients, let me just pop this in so it goes behind the hair. That's better. You don't want any of these little bobby pins to be visible. That's it. Now, I'm working behind my practice head tonight so that you can see what I'm doing. But when you're working with your clients, I definitely recommend standing in the right place at the back so you can actually see what you're doing. But I'm going to try my best. That's better. So I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. But it's always very helpful, I find, having a mirror to work with. That's better. Can take that little prop out, and I think maybe check the mirror. It's really helpful because the mirror gives you a different perspective, so you can kind of, it's almost like taking a step back to see your hairstyle as you create it. That's it. And I don't know if we need that prop there, but I'm going to show you what I mean by, if you were struggling, 1 second, if you were struggling to keep, that you took the little prop out and that bit dropped down, it hasn't today because I've got a lot of texture in the hair. But today, for example, I was working with a client with very fine hair, the lady who got married today. I'm just going to put a bobby pin behind there. So the bobby pin isn't on the bit of hair that wants to be propped up. The bobby pin is going behind that piece of hair. That's it. So it's just there. And then when I pop my little prop in there to hold it up, then it's kind of got something to go behind. It's got that bobby pin there to help offer it kind of support. So find the bobby pin. That's it. And then you can push that pin in and it will help to hold the hair up in position, but invisibly. Okay. So the lady I did today, actually, she had very fine hair. So I blow dried the hair with some mousse and some salt spray. And then I did actually have to crimp her hair because her hair was actually quite, it was very fine. So I crimped the hair and then put a little bit of dry shampoo in there and then started to style the hair. So for these lovely textured styles, if your client has very fine hair, you do have to work a little bit more. So if your client has very fine hair, you do have to work a little bit more to get that texture in there so that then you'll find creating these styles is much easier. Okay, so let's continue. We've got our little half up, half down style. She's got lots of salt spray in the hair. We've created our little twists here at the side. Please, if you have any questions, please just ask. Type your questions in and my assistant just off cam will read your questions out to me. Hope you've all had a really good week. We're back into tier 3 here in London. Don't know how it is where you are, but so we can still do weddings. But my lady who got married today, actually, so I'm just collecting the hair here and I'm going to put a twist in it. My lady who got married today, actually, it was fabulous because she was meant to get married originally in Spain early in the year, but that had to be cancelled. Then she rearranged and she had a wedding booked for November. I think it's the 21st of November. And we were in lockdown in London then, so that was cancelled. And then she was getting married today. And of course, we went up into tier 3 this morning at a minute past midnight. So that meant that she wouldn't be able to have her reception. She could still get married, but she wouldn't be able to have a reception. So basically what she did, the venue, she was actually getting married in a church, but she was going to the St. Pancras Renaissance Hotel for her meal and her kind of wedding breakfast. And they rang her up on Monday to ask if she wanted to come in and have her meal before the wedding. So she actually went in and had our wedding breakfast yesterday before we went into tier 3. So it was all done kind of back to front. So she got married today in church and had her wedding reception yesterday. But it's all very last minute. But she said it was absolutely fabulous. So, you know, we just have to adapt in these times. So normally I'd be working here with a model, but we're adapting to the times and we're working with our practice head. So I've just created a fabulous twist here, just low and loose. And as you go along, when you're creating these soft, loose twists, just get a little hairpin. This is one of the stronger ones. And as you go along, you can just prop the hair up, even just as a temporary measure, just while you decide exactly what you want to do with the rest of the hair. And I think that is fine for now. I'm going to tuck that up and under there. So, I mean, you could just have this hairstyle as a beautiful kind of half up, half down style. So you could put some lovely waves in the bottom of the hair here. Or you could continue, once you've created your half up, half down style, you can continue and create a gorgeous little updo. So we've got more twists here. Careful not to pull out, make it too loose. That's better. I think that's enough. And then I'm just going to use a bobby pin across the back here and secure that in place. Keep our little props in there, and then we'll work on the other side. So it's actually, once you've done the hair prep for this style, it's actually quite a quick style. But the hair prep does take a while. And normally, where I'm just going to use a little bit more product, where I'm working with a client here, I would always allow plenty of time to create the style. And I'm going to do another little twist here. And I might even nudge that up a little bit. So we can create the twist, and you can play around with this. Let me just turn her around this way. Let's see if you can, are we still on camera there? Yeah, so let's give this a little twist. It's not easy to create back to front, but I'm going to do my best. That's it, little twist there. Let me bring it back here. Actually, it's easier for me to work from this side. Let's do our twist out this way, I think. That's it. So I'm using a little bit of the structure cream just on the back of my hand. So let's twist and pull, and then we can start propping this up in position. Now, that's it. I might just nudge that over a little bit. That's it. Prop it up and just keep twisting. So it's a lovely style to create, especially in this practice head doesn't have particularly long hair. It's kind of just past her shoulders. So, you know, you don't have to have long hair to create a gorgeous little twisted, knotted bun like this. That's it. Lovely. Just twist. And then we can secure that with a bobby pin at the back there. And you could pop a couple more kind of props in there if you feel you need it. Let me see if I can do this from here, from this angle. But if you have any styles that you would like to learn, then please get in touch. Just drop us a line and send us your photos, and we'll choose a style for next week's tutorial, or an upcoming tutorial, I should say. Now, this would be good if you need to do a quick kind of party style, maybe. Little quick updo. Not that there are many parties happening, certainly not here in London this year. So, unless you count a very small party at home, but there aren't many Christmas balls happening. That's it. And I'm just going to tuck that in, and then we're going to come back, loosen the style a little bit more. But we are going to be very busy for our wedding season in 2021. So keep practicing your styles. That's it. Ah, that feels better. Keep practicing your styles. That's it. Lovely. And then you can come back and pull. And what I'm finding at the moment is a lot of people are kind of booking, and it's quite short notice. So I have got, I've got a couple of weddings coming up where people have booked me. I've got a wedding. I've got 2 weddings at the weekend. I did a wedding today. I've got 2 weddings next week before Christmas. So people are still getting married, they're just having small, intimate ceremonies. So you still definitely keep on top of your hairstyling skills and techniques. Lovely. I think we need to prop this up just a little bit here. And on our online bridal hair course, as I say, we do have a version of this style where I show all the hair prep step by step and how to create this lovely half up, half down style. But here on YouTube, we're just taking it to that next stage and creating a little updo. That's it. Lovely. So she's got a lovely little kind of knotted, twisted bun. We'll pop a couple of accessories in. Make sure, keep an eye in the mirror. See if you need to tweak or change anything. That's it. She's looking gorgeous, I think. Now we could just go ahead and really pull this out and loosen it a little bit more. Especially if your lady had longer hair. I mean, we can loosen it with this length hair and make it a little bit more airy and a little bit more textured. And it's this it's the next step. It's this kind of loosening step that you need to allow plenty of time for on the day, because we want it to be loose as well as secure. And that's where the skill comes in. So now we can push these pins in to hide them. That's it. But it is actually lovely and secure. So again, I can feel a pin there. That's it. I can't see it, but I can feel it. There we go. Let's push that in. Now, if the pins, you might find you can take them out. And if, just take them out very carefully. If the hair moves a little bit or you feel like it's loosening the style, then just go back in, pop a bobby pin inside so that when you pop that hairpin in, it has something to anchor behind and it stays in place. Let's pop a couple of accessories in there. And it's a super quick, gorgeous little updo. And we've moved from a lovely, pretty little half up, half down style. Actually, I think I might put that in that little dip over here. A lovely little half up, half down style to a lovely kind of textured bun. That's it. Now the hairpins are staying in quite well. I can feel that they're kind of going in behind those anchors. So you'll find that your hairpins will be secure. Let's just put one more in. I think maybe there or over there might look pretty. Is that a pin there? I can see a little pin. Make sure everything's hidden. That's it. Take your time. You could come in here and pop some of those little pins over these sections. You might have seen that on some of our other tutorials where we kind of help to emphasize the sectiony, piecey work by popping little fine hairpins just over the hair with a little bit of extra product on there. And you'll find it will just help to create that kind of separation in the hair. You could use a little bit of spray wax. You just want to use your fingers or a little bit of hairspray. And this is the L'Oreal Infinium kind of stronghold spray. Just if you want to get a little bit more definition here with these piecey sections. And then let's put our final little accessory in. I'll come back and tweak a little bit under there. And let's just decide where we're going to put this little piece here. I think would be lovely. That's it. Find a bobby pin in there. That's it. Pop that, slide that into the hair. Lovely. And have a little play and bend them into position. Fabulous. And there we go. I'm going to come back and just work under here a little bit to just improve the way this looks, I think, a little bit. And then we're there. That's better. And the good thing about these styles, you can kind of, as long as you've got a little bit of time, you can come back and play and just create the exact look that you're going for. Make sure there aren't any gaps anywhere. Lovely. And then you could, she's got a little bit of a curl in these little side sections here. I don't think I need to add any more there. We've got our beautiful little kind of twisted